Do you have some 818 in here?
Did you bring 818, mister?
I started to, but
I bring it everywhere with me.
I just got to talk when I'm talking about
just said he was grabbing a bottle and
Yes, you always tell me you bring it everywhere, and look at you now. It's okay, Corey. It's okay. Forgive you.
The recent court ruling that allowed CoreyGamble's release from jail has ignited more than just controversy. It has sparked a firestorm of anger, betrayal, and shock within the Kardashian-Jenner family. This comes at an especially difficult time, as Kendall Jenner is still grappling with the emotional and physical aftermath of her devastating miscarriage. While Kendall faces her unimaginable grief, Corey's return has created a ripple effect that threatens to tear apart the already fragile peace within the family. Let's dive into the latest twists in this ongoing saga, from Corey's explosive behavior after his release to the toll it's taking on the family, especially Kendall. Corey's unexpected bail came at a time when the Kardashian-Jenner family was already reeling from Kendall's heartbreaking loss. Though the court's decision seemed like a victory for Corey, the family was unprepared for the emotional storm that followed. Sources say Kendall, overwhelmed by her grief, was initially relieved to hear that Corey would be returning home. However, her sense of relief quickly turned to concern as she witnessed Corey's behavior post-release. Instead of showing gratitude, Corey reacted with anger. Despite Kendall's fragile state, he lashed out, not at the situation, but at the family. In the days following his release, Corey's frustration boiled over as he confronted Kris Jenner, accusing her of neglecting him in favor of prioritizing the family's image over his well-being. "I gave everything to you, Kris, and this is how you treat me?" Corey allegedly shouted during a heated argument, according to an insider. "I've been stuck in jail while you go on about your brand. You don't care about me. You care about yourself." Kris Jenner, known for her business acumen and control over the family's empire, was reportedly stunned by Corey's accusations. She had been trying to maintain peace, knowing that Kendall needed time to recover, but now Corey's bitterness was threatening to unravel any semblance of unity within the family. His fury was far from contained after his release. It wasn't just Kris he directed his anger at. He began lashing out at Kendall and other family members, accusing them of abandoning him. Corey seemed to have lost sight of the bigger picture, struggling to understand why the family wasn't rallying around him the way he expected. Kendall is grieving her miscarriage, and Corey is out here throwing tantrums, one insider close to the family remarked. "It's like he doesn't even see what's going on. Kendall is dealing with something so personal, and instead of offering support, Corey is demanding attention. It's heartbreaking." Corey's anger wasn't just directed at Kendall's immediate family. Sources suggest he became increasingly hostile toward the entire Kardashian-Jenner clan, including Kim, Khloe, and even Kylie, accusing them of not doing enough to support him during his legal troubles. While the family had been discreet and respectful about the court proceedings, Corey's bitterness made them reconsider their stance on him. As Corey's rage continued to mount, Kendall found herself at the center of the storm. According to sources, Kendall, who had been quietly coping with the loss of her baby, was not prepared for the added emotional strain Corey was causing. "Kendall is in pain and barely holding it together," said an insider. To have Corey come back and act like everything is about him while she's dealing with such a personal tragedy is too much for her to handle. The contrast between Kendall's mourning process and Corey's anger couldn't have been more stark. Kendall had hoped for a peaceful recovery, but instead of healing, she was faced with family dysfunction. Corey's refusal to acknowledge Kendall's grief only pushed him further away from the family. Despite the mounting tension, Kris Jenner was determined to put Kendall first. Known for her tough love and strategic thinking, Kris reportedly held a family meeting to address Corey's behavior. According to insiders, Kris was clear: the family needed to unite and support Kendall, no matter the cost. She wasn't having it, a source revealed. Kris was furious with Corey. She told him in no uncertain terms that he had two choices: either shape up and start respecting Kendall, or he would be out of their lives for good. Kris wasn't the only one speaking out. Kim, Khloe, and Kylie also voiced their anger toward Corey. Kim in particular was outspoken, telling him he needed to grasp the seriousness of Kendall's situation and show some compassion. "This isn't about you, Corey," Kim reportedly said. "This is about Kendall. If you can't respect that, then you have no place here. While the family's support for Kendall remains strong, the question of Corey's place in their lives remains unresolved. According to rumors circulating, among insiders, this situation has become an unprecedented threat to the Kardashian-Jenner family dynamic. Corey has subtly hinted at exposing family secrets in what seems to be a bid for revenge, and his cryptic social media posts have only fueled the growing speculation. In one particularly ominous post, he wrote, "When loyalty isn't reciprocated, the truth will always come out." This statement, vague yet striking, has led many to question what exactly Corey may be alluding to. His actions have ignited a fierce debate among fans, with some social media users expressing strong support for him, while others condemn his behavior as a betrayal. On one side, there are those who believe Corey has been wronged by the Kardashian-Jenner family, viewing his posts as an attempt to reclaim control over his narrative. These supporters argue that Corey's loyalty has been tested, and that if the family isn't reciprocating it, he has every right to expose the truth. However, there are also many who feel that Corey's threats to air the family's dirty laundry are nothing more than a petty move, a sign of immaturity, and a betrayal of the very people who once accepted him into their fold. Some critics have called out his behavior as self-serving, suggesting that he's leveraging the family's internal struggles for personal gain, particularly at a time when Kendall's grief is already putting strain on the family. In addition to the divisive social media reaction, these posts have led to even more questions about the Kardashian-Jenner family dynamic. Fans are wondering if Corey's cryptic messages are a veiled warning of upcoming revelations, or if they're simply a calculated way to remain in the public eye amidst growing family drama. As the speculation continues to swirl, it's clear that Corey's intentions remain unclear, and his next moves could have serious consequences for his relationship with the family and his standing within the media landscape. Interview 3 Some fans have expressed sympathy for Corey, claiming that the Kardashian-Jenner family has used him as a pawn for years. One fan tweeted, "Corey never gets the credit he deserves. He's been the one person there for Kris, and now they're turning their backs on him." Supporters like these feel that Corey has long been overlooked and taken for granted, and that his current outbursts are his way of standing up for himself after years of loyalty without recognition. On the other hand, many are furious with Corey for showing such a blatant disregard for Kendall's emotional pain. One Instagram user commented, "He's disgusting. Kendall just lost her baby, and all Corey can think about is himself." This sentiment is echoed by others who feel that Corey's actions, especially in such a sensitive time for Kendall, are selfish and heartless. Many believe that Corey's desire for attention is overshadowing the family's need for support and healing, particularly for Kendall, who is dealing with an unimaginable loss. As the family drama intensifies, all eyes are on Kendall. Will she continue her relationship with Corey despite the mounting tensions? Or will she decide to cut ties for good? Sources close to Kendall suggest she's leaning toward distancing herself from him. Kendall is heartbroken, not just over her miscarriage, but also over how Corey has treated her, an insider shared. She doesn't need his negativity right now. She's focusing on healing and moving forward, and if that means cutting ties with Corey, so be it. Kendall's emotional health is now her top priority, and if Corey continues to undermine that, he may find himself permanently out of the picture. Meanwhile, Kris Jenner is reportedly taking action. According to one source, Kris has already consulted with her lawyers, determined not to let Corey tear the family apart. She's not going to stand by and let Corey keep causing trouble, the source revealed. If he continues to act out, she'll take whatever steps are necessary to protect Kendall and the rest of the family. Kris is known for her fierce protectiveness over her children, and it seems she's prepared to do whatever it takes to safeguard Kendall's well-being and the family's unity. As tensions continue to rise, only time will tell whether Corey can mend his relationship with the Kardashians or if this marks the definitive end of his time with the family. The drama surrounding CoreyGamble's release has certainly shaken the Kardashian-Jenner empire, and with Kendall still reeling from her miscarriage, Corey's explosive behavior is only making things worse. Will Kendall choose to distance herself from Corey? Or can he somehow find a way back into the family's good graces? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more juicy details and breaking news.